What is going on, guys? I'm Consumer Tech Review, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Aukey KM-G18. I'm going to do the unboxing for you, and then I'm going to go over the pros and the cons and my own real-life experience that I've had with this keyboard. And if at any point during the video you want to check out this exact same keyboard, all the Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada, I do got you guys. But let's get into the unboxing. Here is a timestamp if you want to skip it. All right, guys, unboxing the Aukey KM-G18. I really like the KM-G12. Let's see if this one is even better. Right away, love the black unboxing experience. You get warranty card, you get a 2-year warranty right off the bat, which is pretty nice. You get their manual, a keycap puller, and then the keyboard itself, which, whoa, okay, feeling it is very, very heavy. Nothing else in the box. Let's get this thing out of here. My arm is hurting now because it's so heavy, and wow. First of all, it looks different. Second of all, it looks good. I saw like one picture of this before Aukey sent it over, but I did not know that it was gonna be a glossy red. And I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, first of all, no fingerprints, which is really good. Usually with gloss, you're gonna get fingerprints. This keyboard looks really good. Okay, I don't know how well this is gonna come out on video, but it's all gloss. And actually the bottom is all gloss red too. These all have things on there. So let's take those off, all the rubber pads. This is definitely one of the coolest, quirkiest keyboards. Okay, you have 3 channels for the non-detachable cable to come out of, but not a big deal. Oh, and you have dual level, just like the Akos did, which is crazy. That's really, really nice. And you have to take plastic off of each one of those as well. Okay, we're gonna put the second level up. Okay, so it's all gloss red up here, right? You got the Aukey logo, which is not painted over. It's actually in it, so you cannot feel it. But the keys are, first, they're a different kind of design. They're a little bit more rounded, which I do like. And they're matte black everywhere on the sides. And not just like that matte black, they're a smooth matte black, which I actually like, especially on this keyboard with the red and the matte black. It looks so good, especially if you made the backlight all red. Now, I don't know what kind of keys they have. Feels like reds. Let's just take one off. And it is a red switch. Let's get a sound test and feel test. Now, do make sure to realize there's no decibel on this, so it's gonna sound a little bit more tinny than normal. But another thing I just realized is all back here, behind the keys, it's all a white, which means it's gonna shine way brighter and reflect that light from the RGB. This keyboard right away feels so good. First, it's so ridiculously heavy. So they obviously use a ton of metal in this thing, probably some sound deadening stuff. And I love the keys. I don't even think I would customize this with any other keys. It just looks really good. All of the functions are also printed in there with shine through RGB. There's none of that crazy, crappy white print on top of it. I'm so impressed with what Aukey has been doing, and this keyboard has really refined everything right from the jump. I mean, the keys, they're nice and matte black. Ugh, I'm so excited to be using this keyboard. But here's the full review of the Aukey KM-G18. Take it away, Future Consumer Tech Review. And we are back. Let's jump right into the first pro, which is the gloss red. This thing looks so cool. Now, online, before I actually received this thing, I was kind of dubious on how it would look. However, getting it in person, it's a little bit less vibrant than the one online, which is a good thing. And the glossiness looks so cool with the light. Now, talking about this, I was a little bit worried about fingerprints. However, you can put your fingers all over this, no matter how oily they are, and it does not show fingerprints, like 0 fingerprints at all, which was pretty amazing to me, and I'm not sure how they did it. But I just pressed my finger all along this thing and nothing came up. Put it in the light, had really oily fingers, nothing, absolutely nothing. So that's great because this thing actually looks cleaner than like a black metal keyboard, which is pretty sick. All right, now as well as this, the keycaps are a matte black, and they're full matte black, top, sides, everything. That looks so cool because it accentuates the glossiness of the red keyboard with that matte black, and also just black and red look really nice together. However, the keycaps are ABS, which is not the best thing in the world. However, for the price of this thing, we're not really expecting to see PBT at this price point. All right, now let's talk typing experience. This thing actually feels really good to type on. This is using Altemu switches that are rebranded as Aukey switches, and I actually really like the red switches on this keyboard. Obviously, it's a gloss red keyboard. You have to have red switches on it, but this keyboard feels really solid, and the sound that actually comes from this keyboard is pretty good. Take a listen. I think it sounds pretty nice myself, and the stabilizers are actually pretty good, although the space bar is nothing to write home about. All right, now the build quality is really good. The first time that you pick this thing up, it is heavy. It uses a steel construction for the frame, which is really nice, and it definitely aids in the feeling of the typing experience, the solidness, as well as the sound. Now this thing is heavy, like I said, it is 2.7 pounds, which is a lot. It's not crazy out there, but it definitely is more than a typical full-size keyboard. All right, now let's talk RGB. This thing has a ton of different modes. It's got per key lighting, RGB, whatever you want, static colors. However, it is dimmer than your typical keyboard. It's not like it's just not crazy bright. It's actually dimmer than like a Red Dragon keyboard, or basically any other keyboard that's not super bright, just a typical keyboard. It's dimmer than that. That being said, for the style of this keyboard, you're still gonna be able to see all of the RGB in a dark room. Just in a bright room, it's not gonna like shine up like another Red Dragon product. That being said, almost the whole time that I use this keyboard, I just had the backlight on red because it accents the matte black with the gloss red. It just looks good. So I kept it on static color, red, and it looks really good. It doesn't look too in your face. It almost kind of looks like it's painted. It's very consistent colors. It's just not super bright. So I didn't really have an issue with it, but if you did want to do a bunch of crazy effects and put pudding keycaps on there, absolutely not. You're not going to be putting pudding keycaps on this keyboard. It won't look good. It's just not bright enough. All right, moving to the next pro and con. It doesn't have a detachable cable, so that's a con. However, it does have 3 different cable channels, which is good to see, and it's better than just having a non-detachable cable and the no cable channels. So we do like to see that. However, the cable is actually kind of like, it's a braided cable, but it's a little bit softer and more pliable than like your typical cheap braided cable. It's nice. I like it. All right, now the next pro is a really, really cool one, and I've only seen one other company actually do this, and this does have risers on the back, but it is a dual level riser. So you actually have 3 different positions. You have a flat, you have a mid tilt up, and then you have a full big risers up, which is really cool. Aukey was the only company that I've seen that has done this, but it's really nice because if you want to change your hand position, or if you're sitting lower or higher on a desk, it is nice to be able to change that for your wrists. All right, and the last pro is it has a 24-month warranty, and I have seen a lot of people that have had good experiences with the warranty. They said they just sent a new one out right away, no questions asked, so that's really good to see. Now that being said, if you're getting this keyboard, you're getting it because of the gloss red and the matte black and everything, and it looks really, really cool. It's very different, and that's what I really like because there's so many keyboards out there, so many mechanical keyboards out there. Actually, I was really surprised by the feeling and the sound of this thing because it's very heavy. So if you want something that's gonna have red switches, it's gonna type really nice, it's gonna sound really nice for the price point, it's gonna be full size, and it's gonna have that different gloss red and the matte black. This is a fantastic choice. Again, if you do wanna go check out this keyboard, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. And if you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy keyboard reviews, I do a ton of those, so please consider subscribing below. I'm trying to keep a budget for you guys and doing the keyboards that nobody else does on YouTube. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys later.